Please subscribe to my channel, share, and thank you. When historians examine the historical Jesus, they begin with a key fact. There are no contemporary first-hand accounts written during his lifetime. All surviving sources were composed decades later. Most scholars agree the Gospels are written forms of earlier oral traditions circulating among early Christian communities. These stories about a Galilean preacher were transmitted, interpreted, and shaped by theology before being recorded. The crucifixion is generally dated to 29 to 30 CE, yet the earliest Gospel, Mark, is placed around 70 CE, roughly 40 years later. The final 20 verses of Mark are widely considered later additions, showing the text itself evolved over time. The other Gospels appear later still, Matthew around 75 to 80 CE, Luke in the 80s, and John around 90 to 100 CE. Each presents a distinct interpretation of Jesus, what scholars call Christology. Mark reflects a relatively low or adoptionist Christology, while John portrays Jesus as the eternal Logos, co-existent with God, in a framework influenced by Middle Platonist philosophy. The Gospels also contain contradictions. Some are minor variations typical of oral storytelling, but others are more significant. Differences in genealogies, timelines, sayings, and resurrection accounts. These discrepancies suggest the texts reflect distinct theological communities rather than a single unified historical narrative. Outside the New Testament, references are sparse. The Jewish historian Josephus mentions Jesus and early Christians, but these passages appear to contain later Christian interpolations, making their authenticity debated. Josephus also records other figures named Jesus, including Jesus ben Ananias, a prophetic figure arrested by Roman authorities and later killed during the siege of Jerusalem in 70 CE. The Roman historian Tacitus later described Nero's persecution of Christians, a passage most scholars consider authentic, though he refers to followers of Christus, possibly reflecting confusion with broader Jewish messianic movements. In the final analysis, the historical record on Jesus is late, fragmentary, and debated, leaving his existence for many in the realm of both history and faith.